So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial...
He's having a shot!
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Aktukolu does really well to win the ball there. Asensio, Aktukolu, spread out to the left. Well, conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain... Well, conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important contest that lies ahead. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And already we're underway here. Clearly not happy with that. Yuksek. Aydin. Talisca. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Talisca, nicely intercepted. Savani.
Paris Saint-Germain. Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
This looks promising. Alvarez concedes a free kick for that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Played out to the right. Aydin plays it in low. Decent chance! Proves too strong. In he goes again! Talisca played out towards the right, and he's following up! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Nuno Mendes. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Tokolu is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Asensio laid out to the left flank. It's run loose here. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Vitinha, PSG on the counter-attack.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Welcomes it in. He's shifting through the chance for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Asensio plays it short, crosses it in. It's a mighty effort! Talisca. Asensio, bullish header! That's another chance! Goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal time.
He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Fenerbahce are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Cuts out the supply. And it's Hakimi. Vitinha. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Alvarez. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Fenerbahce deserved to be ahead, and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Fenerbahce having to have the lead in a tight-old game. Half-time, 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Fenerbahce really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Marquinhos. Moved on forwards. Cuts out the pass. Yuksek. Guendouzi played down the flank. And here's Asensio. Talisca. Takes a shot! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Fenerbahce are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Yuksek. To Kolu. And they win it back again. Talisca under intense pressure.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
That's a simple one for the keeper. Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Aydin. The pass is intercepted. Hakimi, it's lofted through here. Yuksek. Back to Kolu. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He is through here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Yuksek. Yuksek going full steam ahead down the left flank. Back to Kolu, shifted upfield. Talisca! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Paris Saint-Germain making consecutive changes here. And here's Asensio. Swings it across. Safonov clears it away. And it's hoisted clear. Asensio. Alvarez. Back to Kolu! And again the keeper stands strong. Tacho forwards and with intent. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia. Yuksek wins the duel this time. Guendouzi. Aydin. Back to Kolu. Yuksek. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Guendouzi. Aydin. Guendouzi. by the goalkeeper. Oh, red, nice interception. Back to Kolu, looking to add to his goal. And it's Yüksek. Asensio takes the shot! Might come loose. Oh, that is chance to shoot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. They've played it short. Seen enough. Fenerbahce can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I certainly enjoyed a really good show of collective effort, both in attack and defence, Peter. I think they had good numbers for the link-up play and attack, and players willing to track back at all times. They were very good.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch on the foot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be Skriniar with a definite foul there. Talisca powering forward here. He has found the way through. There weren't better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Well, they could break here. Here's Gendouzi. Aydin. Gendouzi.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Gendouzi wins the duel this time, and the shot's on here. It's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Chance for a shot! Aktukolu! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Aktukolu really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And it's been taken short. And here's Asensio. Bettinelli is there, and he can get that clear. Rory. It's been slipped through. Skriniar. Aktukolu. He's got away. Goes for goal. And that's off target.
Certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Ruben Dias. So it is still 0-0. Stones aim forwards. Tries a deft little ball. Aktukolu. Alvarez. Asensio. Yüksek. Asensio. Charging forward, the ball at his feet. Gendouzi played out towards the right wing. Aktukolu goes for the shot! And that certainly packed a punch. Aktukolu. Talisca. Not offside that time. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Kusenov. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Ake. And it's played forward. Clearly not happy with that. Alvarez. Asensio. Talisca. Aydin. There's no great chance! Goal! Fenerbahce! Fenerbahce take the lead. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Fenerbahce have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be...
Talisca! The keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Oh, easy pickings there. Gendouzi. Fenerbahce leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Asensio goes short. Time to deliver. In it comes. Oh, what a climb! Couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
No way through, so back it comes. And it's Gendouzi. Aydin. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Fenerbahce really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Fenerbahce leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Fenerbahce really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Skriniar, no, again there's no way through. Back to Kolu. Talisca.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Asensio. Can he finish? He's missed, but not by that far. Asensio plays it short. Asensio, he's had a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Asensio probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
That's a throw. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Alvarez shifted upfield. Aydin. Asensio, and the pass is intercepted. Now this could be a chance. Goes down, but nothing given. BEDENİ. And it's Stones. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Nori. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Aydin. Bernardo Silva. And here's the chance to counter. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Gendouzi. Talisca. Out to the left it goes. Back to Kolu. Crosses it in. He can get that clear. Nicely intercepted. Alvarez. Gendouzi. Aydin. Talisca. Gendouzi. to Kolu. Asensio, and the shot! Gets it away.
Fenerbahce surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, this is a great position. This might spell danger. Played out wide. Now it's back to Kolu.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Takes a shot!
Fenerbahce can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Yeah, he's fouled him there. It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes. Guardiola has been caught there, it's a foul. Bernardo Silva with the short one. There's the header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Very much into the last knockings. And that is that. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass.
Well, conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important contest that lies ahead. YORUM can get it clear. Nice physical challenge. It's a good run down the right. And he's managed to get free. Shaw. It's run loose here. And they can counter here. And it's Gendouzi. He has found the... Gendouzi! That's got him rattled. Delict. Evan. Manchester United have a free kick. Moved on forwards. And there's green grass ahead of him. Talisca. He's found some space.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Ederson gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Talisca. Knocks it out wide. Atokolu. Showing good feet. Oh, is having a shot! Goal! Fenerbahce! Just gorgeous. The most glorious, delicious of touches. Followed up with an unerring finish. Fenerbahce have fired themselves in front.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Asensio. And it's played forward. Maguire.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
And it's Gendouzi. Talisca. Conte. And the finish! It's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Fenerbahce are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Asensio. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Talisca. Gendouzi. Oh, good spread. It's a mighty effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Lisandro Martinez shifted upfield. Atokolu. It's Gendouzi. Gets into some space. Talisca. Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Fenerbahce really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Martinez. Fenerbahce, half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Just relentless. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Three 0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Martinez. Yoro. Akçokolu did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's really well manoeuvred. Shaw. Does really well to win the ball there. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they want to keep things that way.
Fenerbahce, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. And we are already promptly back underway. Serves up across.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Kanka forwards and with intent. Bayındır aim forwards. There's the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
Martinez. Bruno Fernandes. Skriniar. Yüksek, who's set up 1 goal so far. Yoro. Bruno Fernandes wins the duel this time. So what can they make of this? Conte. Akçokolu. Well, that's well seen too. De Ligt. Bruno Fernandes. That's been slipped through. Can he finish? Outstanding save to keep that out. Time for a change in personnel. Talisca. Guendouzi makes the interception. Not the most accurate pass. Akçokolu. Yüksek goes on a charge down the left. That has been cut short. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And he's searching through. And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Asensio. Talisca. Nicely intercepted. Deer. Oh, it's come loose. Heaton. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Guendouzi. Talisca, gently done. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Kanka has found the net here, of course. Muscular approach does pay off here. De Ligt. He's been shot a goal! And yes, it's there!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Diogo Dalot. Guendouzi. Asensio. Talisca. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
2 minutes to be added on. Bruno Fernandes. And that will be the final act. Fenerbahce can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Fenerbahce really had a measure of
conditions here are unkind to say the least. Welcome everybody on a wet, wet night. The rain is tumbling down here by the bucketful, and it is going to have a real impact on the important contest that lies ahead.
He's having a shot!
De Ligt. Heaton. Bindeer. Maguire cuts it out. Bindeer. Yoro. Bindeer.
Maguire.
Bindeer. Heaven. Martinez. Yoro. Bindeer.
Maguire.
That's really well manoeuvred. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. He is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Manchester United. Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Conte. Oosterwolde. Tries from a long way out. Heaton trying to keep this in. Cleared without complication. Alvarez. Still goalless. Asensio. Akçakolu. Akçakolu! Heaton. Heaton forwards and with intent. Akçakolu. Real chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
Bindeer.
Maguire.
De Ligt. Aim forwards. And he cuts out the supply. Nelson Semedo. And here's Asensio. Akçakolu. And again!
Really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well, that's well done, really robust. Yoro looking to hit the byline here. Lovely bit of skill. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Akçakolu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Alvarez wins the duel this time. And it's Shaw. Skriniar does really well to win the ball there. Conte. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Asensio. Takes the shot. No, not quite.
Fenerbahce seem to have deployed this as a tactic that may need reconsideration.
Shaw. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. will be the last act of the first half. Decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Some first half thoughts?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Here we go again.
Fenerbahce have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Moore. Conte. Now hit. Chance! Oh, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Euro. Talisca. Conte. Kante tries to thread one through. And it's claimed by the keeper. Moore. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Heaton gets good distance on it. Bruno Fernandes. Yoro played over towards the opposite flank. De Ligt is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Might be danger here. That was a brilliant interception. Bayendier clears it away. De Ligt. And it's played forward. He has found the way through. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Goes down, but nothing given. And it's Shaw. Purring through the gears. Asensio. Moore. Talisca. Now it's Akçakolu. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. De Ligt. Bayendier. Maguire. Bayendier. Bayendier shifted upfield. Alvarez, gently done. He's found a way through. Talisca. Maguire. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, this is a... Akçakolu! It's off target and by quite a way.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
Manchester United are making a change now.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Well timed, excellent interception.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game
Pres
could
bu
yet
da.
yield a
Bir
winner.
tane eleman şey yazdı. Geldi dedi, kapı açıklandı dedi. Yalan mı lan bu Grim kap geldi diye? Yalan mı söylüyor?
Great defending. Shot, surely! He's got a goal! Finally the breakthrough! Well, there was to be no other outcome. Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just
Bak
took
ya,
that
kapı
extra bit of
açıklandı ya.
dynamism to get them the
Yalan
goal they
söylüyor.
craved.
Skriniar. Moved on forwards. Moore. Asensio. And here's Aktakolu. And the shot! They've done it! Do not write them off. Back they come.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's through here. Talisca is flagged offside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Now that's well seen too.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, good spread. So that's it. It is all over. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Gets things running. Nelson Semedo. Conte. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Maguire. Heaven. Heaton. Maguire. Conte. Talisca. Now who's going to be first to this? Maguire. Heaven. De Ligt. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, easy pickings there. Heaven could move up a gear here.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Talisca. Shot, surely! Heaven. He's in plenty of space here. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Moore. Asensio. Oh, perfectly measured that. Talisca! Goal! Fenerbahce! Simplicity itself.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training. And it came up beautifully.
Fenerbahce have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And here's the Moore. Moore! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Martinez. And it's played forward. Do have a chance to counter here. The most accurate pass. Control. Real chance! Back to Kulu. Kanka forwards and with intent. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, nicely intercepted. Heaton. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's back to Kolu. Asensio, who's set up one goal so far. Back to Kolu! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
And it's Shaw. Fenerbahce are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Nelson Semedo. Sönchu. Fenerbahce, half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Now it's back to Kolu. Back to Kolu, showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that's well seen too. Martinez. Asensio. Martinez. Floated through. Calmly anticipates. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Fenerbahce have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Fenerbahce really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Asensio. Moore. Shaw. De Ligt. Manchester United couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. De Ligt cuts it out. Bindier. Heaton. Akçakolu. Oh, what a pass! He has found a way through. Shapes to shoot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Time and again they are repelled. Asensio tries from distance. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
De Ligt chooses to go cross-field. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Oosterwolde gets across to intercept that. Moore. Moore has been caught there, it's a foul. And that's off target.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Talisca. And his Kanka goes for a shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
He is through here.
Gidiyor mu?
Now it's Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha. It'll be a throw-in. Bruno Fernandes. And he decides, oh, what a climb! Needed to be better, and he knows it.
Fenerbahce, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Nelson Semedo. Talisca. And here's Akçakolu. Soyuncu cuts out the pass. Talisca. Chance for a shot! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Kanka wins the duel this time. And the counter is on. Moore gets flagged offside.
Fenerbahce clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And reclaimed it in a trice. It's run loose here.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Matheus Cunha. Oh, this is a great position. he's straight offside.
Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Conte.
Birisi değiştirmem lazım ya.
Asensio. Great defending, strong and determined.
3-5 daha iyi oluyor sanki ya.
Fenerbahce surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And the shots! Oh, and that should have been two.
Asensio really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Asensio plays it short. And the shots!
Şuna bak.
Ana.
Bunu sikeyim be.
Close for comfort.
L2'ye basıyor musun yerden vururken?
Yok abi. Sen
L2'ye bas, plase de yapıyor. Direkt çok iyi. Ama sağa sola yön vereceksin işte şey. Princip'te.
plase, ara pas falan filan bunları biliyorum da.
Tamam.
İşte
L2
bir yer unuttum ya. Çok
Fenerbahçe
şu an pratik yok.
close now to seeing this one through to the end.
yapıyor. Ama güzelmiş. Beğendim bunu iki şeyi. 26.
Modlu bu ya. Boşuna.
Well, what we're witnessing now just goes against the grain. They're not going to get back into the game like this.
Ben oraya.
Well, they could break here, and he's managed to get free. Talisca. Talisca! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's come loose.
Yemin
He's found a way past. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football.
Tabii tabii şimdi. Onlarınki gördün mü? Biraz daha ortada. Görüyorsun değil mi? Onunki hücum var. Gördün mü? Ondan çıkamıyorsun bak. Önde.
Kısa pas. Yok ya.
Defansa gel. Defans. Biraz geri çekebilirsin. Öne çıkar. Bak şurada bak. Defansa gel. Defansa gel. Tam defans var. Geldi.
İyidir bence ya.
Yok şu yoğunluk pardon bak. Yoğunluk şöyle olur bak. Anladın mı? Birazcık daha azaltıyor. Eşit geri getir. Heh böyle karşılasın. Daha geri yapabilirsin şeyden.
Tamam, topa.
Sonra yaparsan daha iyi olur.
Bakalım abi. Deneyelim. Hayır. Sen niye sordun lan laptoptan bir diye? Ne oldu? Hayır. Demek ki nasıl bulmuş ki? Ay! Ay! Aynen mesela. Bir dakika geliyorum. Ay! Tamam da ben seni taslayacağım.
Bakın kendimi ısıtıramam ben.
Gerek yok abi.
Kendimi ısıtıramam ben.
Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain, the pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! An extraordinary start, breakthrough in next to no time. And how about that from Aktakolu? Could be danger here, and that's played in low. Alvarez with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Alvarez is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Yüksek. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Skriniar. Aydin. Conte. Talisca.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Lisandro Martinez, gently done. Lisandro Martinez is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Talisca. And the shot's on. And the shots! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Conte. Fenerbahce are behind here despite their domination of possession. Shapes to shoot! YORUM is there and he can get that clear. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, that is asking for trouble. Soyuncu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Moved on forwards. Talisca. Showing good feet. Fenerbahce have a free kick. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Asensio. He's had a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Asensio is offering a right smile there.
Conte. And it's Semedo. Now it's Asensio. Talisca. Talisca!
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
And here's Aktakolu. Talisca. Talisca showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition.
There's the shot! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Aydin clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
De Ligt. He's got away. Talisca! He scored! Fenerbahce are back on level terms. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Fenerbahce grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Nicely intercepted. Talisca, and he welcomes it in. And a chance! And he's heaved it away. Martinez. Muscular approach does pay off here. Asensio. And he's decided to go for it. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
We'll be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Fenerbahce have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Semedo, who does have an assist to his name. Aktokolu. Nelson Semedo. Heaton gets across to intercept that. Heaton gently done. Sönchu. Aydin. That looks a cracking ball. He is through here. And that was very necessary. And it's been taken short. There'll be a throw-in. YORUM. And it's played forward. Asensio. Oh, it's come loose. Aktokolu. Out to the right. To lift. Chance for a shot! Danger averted for now. De Ligt. Bayendier. Bruno Fernandes. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, easy pickings there. Aydin. And it's Shaw. Sönchu aim forwards. Aydin forwards and with intent. Gets it away. Maguire shifted upfield. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Skriniar. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Now it's Aktokolu. YORUM. Lisandro Martinez. Aim forwards. Tries a deft little ball. And it's played forward.
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic...
Aktokolu is fouled. And here's Asensio. Nelson Semedo. And here's Aktokolu. Aydin.
Fenerbahce really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Shaw was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Here's a shot! Magnificent! Sumptuous finish and absolute joy! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, there was to be no other outcome. Fenerbahce go into the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams...
Talisca!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
I think we're just about done here. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Fenerbahce looking to widen the gap even further here. Talisca! That was travelling. Delict. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Talisca, real chance! He has done it! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Fenerbahce could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. And that is that. Fenerbahce have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. And the mood is shapes to shoot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it will make him feel much better at the moment.
They'll take on Moreno. And it's played forward. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, red, nice interception. Conte. Skriniar. Conte. Guendouzi. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
He's pulled him up for that challenge.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward.
Could be danger here. He's away. He's through. Talisca! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
And that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
That's really well manoeuvred. Guendouzi. More in acres of space. And the shots! Goal! Fenerbahce! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Fenerbahce have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Sells shifted upfield. And he welcomes it in. Great chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Asensio played out to the left flank. And it's been played through. Out of play for a goal kick. Moved on forwards. Oh, what a big chance! They've scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Asensio. Great defending, strong and determined. Do have a chance to counter here. He can run onto that. He's got away. Throw in. Kante wins the duel this time. Williams. Moore, who does have an assist to his name. And it's Gendouzi. Could move up a gear here. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. It's a good foot in there. Aktukolu concedes a free kick for that. Bolly. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. What a throw in. Alvarez. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's had a shot! Hits off target and by quite a way. Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Ederson gets his hands on it, and we've reached half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Fenerbahce really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have done another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Fenerbahce in control at half-time, 2-0. And we are back underway. Another throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Asensio. That's good running with the ball. Sells, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Proves too strong. Asensio. Asensio! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's been taken short. Danger averted for now. And it's gone back to the keeper. Alvarez. Aim forwards. Well timed, excellent interception. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And it's played forward. And he's straight offside. Self. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Talisca! Talisca! Euphoria! Utopia! And they are cavorting! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Fenerbahce, the danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And it's Kanka. Here's Asensio. Tries a shot! And he should have made it 4.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
They've played it short. Takes the keeper's not concerned by that.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Does really well to win the ball there. Hudson-Odoi. More gently done. And that has put paid to that. Hudson-Odoi.
Really don't seem to be so eager about their pressing just now.
Well, certainly compared to what we saw from them earlier in the game.
Well, I suspect it's a case of searching for a more defensive balance now, Peter.
More. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Asensio has found the net here, of course. And it's Bolu. Back to Kolu. Talisca being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but
Takes a shot! Rising over the bar.
if he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
There will be a throw-in. Into the last 5 minutes. Moved on forwards. Conte. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
More forwards and with intent. Talisca. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Asensio. And there goes the final whistle. Fenerbahce, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Fenerbahce deservedly very happy with their win, and the clean sheet is a very nice bonus. They dealt with all the threats very, very easily and kept control throughout.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.